What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Top 5 Countdown from Nerd Rage Radio. I have with me today Chris Pinkerton, if you're nasty.
What's up, party people?
And I have Joe, a.k.a. Uncle Dolphin.
Yo, what?
And today we're going to be doing the top 5 franchises. Now, I'm guessing this is a subjective list.
It's movie franchises.
Movie franchises.
Is that what we said?
We did. You said
Okay.
movie franchises?
I think
at
I'm
least three movies.
I think I'm still good.
Okay.
I think I'm still good.
At least 3 movies.
Yes, I think I'm still good. I have a subjective list that I'll use for this, but then I'm going to run down my top 5 objective list afterward.
What's art, Bobby?
Yeah, dude. All right.
Yes,
and Nerd Rage Radio is getting ready to be 2 people.
It's been a minute.
Joe, what do you have for number 5?
Number 5 is Transformers. There's a lot of negative things I can say about the movie franchise. Like, it's still going, and it's still a powerhouse, and it's still a blockbuster release, right? I don't know, 6 movies in? 7 movies in?
Nobody knows.
No, nobody.
Nobody
Nobody knows how many movies there are. Nobody cares about the plot. Nobody cares about the character.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about names of the characters, even.
Can you guys name them all by name?
Okay.
Front to back?
Transformers, the movie.
Transformers the movie, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark Side of the Moon, Age of Extinction,
Last Night. Bumblebee.
Bumblebee
and Rise of the Beasts.
Isn't there another one in there too?
It feels like it, but I don't.
It seems
who
like
knows?
there should be another
Transformers
one.
the movie 86 movie.
Yeah, that's
That's the first one. That's OG.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
$1 billion franchise.
Yeah, widely successful, and you know, and it's not just the movies, right? It's the socks and the bed sheets and the, you know what I
Toys?
mean, like toys,
Toothbrushes.
Third party
Yeah.
toys.
Yeah,
Shampoo
third-party
bottles.
toys, well, more primes and bees than you can shake a stick at,
Oh,
Joseph.
it's amazing how many they've been able to make over the years.
Yep. Christopher, what do you have for number 5?
Number 5, I have the Jurassic Park franchise.
Oh, that's
I
a
didn't
good
even think
one.
about that. That's great.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so it's six movies now?
Yeah, I think it's
3 and 3, right?
3 and 3.
the prequel trilogy and the
Prequel trilogy with the old man with the amber cane.
Just like
John
rise
Hammond.
through science,
The
like
Rise of Hammond.
him
Yeah.
going to like college
and
learning
he's
how
like
to be
an
a-
actual evil scientist pretending to be a nice grandpa.
Yeah.
Like Palpatine.
My number 5 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 3 of the original movies,
Yep.
1 animated movie, 2 live action movie reboots.
Yes.
Afterwards.
Not bad.
The first one specifically is not bad. The second one
bad at
gets a
all.
little goofy. And that first movie, the 1990 movie, like it still holds up. Like I can watch it today and I'm like still solid. Splinter. The lips are a little weird, but outside of that, but it's still. I think it still holds up, and like just the amount of like merchandise. You know, once again, toys, backpacks, bed sheets, sweatshirts. Like I still and
The cartoons are still around. It's still like more new series. They
Yeah.
don't look anything like the Turtles we know, but they're still around.
yeah, like even like Transformers has kind of like gone away for a bit and come back.
Yeah.
I don't know if Turtles has ever actually felt like it's gone away. It's just like been here since '88, and it goes through ebbs and flows of popularity, but it never feels like it truly goes away.
I mean, I think it helps that they had video games too, like to
In
throughout.
comics
Yeah.
and in cartoon series, like there's always some media.
bed sheets.
And
So
bed
you can sell
sheets.
your Marvel Legends on them later.
Yep.
Or your Turtles figures.
Yep. So that's my number 5.
Number 4 for me is the Terminator series.
Okay.
It's similar to the Transformers series, but I think it's better as a subject.
Okay.
The lore is better.
The lore is
but
better.
That's bit less good financially. I think.
Not as successful. Got
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with that. And it's like, and you're ranking it almost in terms of favorites too.
Yes,
You know, so
yeah.
I think that's a fair way to.
I mean, and they try to reinvent stuff. They keep, they put the time travel in, so it makes the lore. I mean, the story plot holes make sense, and
Yeah.
and they keep trying to do something different. Like with a new movie with like alternate timeline, Black Terminators. That's cool too.
Also, one of the rare series where the second one was better than the first one.
Yes,
You know,
is it an '80s thing? Maybe it's an '80s.
like Aliens, that one, Godfather 2, Empire
Batman.
Strikes Back, The Two Towers, Dark Knight. It's still in the consciousness.
We're still suckers for all that stuff.
Still
aren't we?
making movies, probably. I'm sure there's one in the works. There's always one in the works.
I'll be honest though, I only celebrate the first one, the second one, and the one with Christian Bale.
Oh, Salvation is amazing.
Number 4 for me is Shrek.
It's a Shrexcellent series of films.
It is
really.
great. It is great. It is. There's so many like one-liners in there, and you can just tell, man. Like they cared about what they were doing. I mean, I don't know if you ever heard the story of Mike Myers originally didn't do it with a Scottish accent, and they went back and redubbed and reanimated the whole thing.
Well, Shrek was originally supposed to be Chris Farley.
Yes.
He passed, and they were going to get his brother to do it, and his brother actually was like, "I can't do this." And then they got Mike Myers, and it kind of changed the whole vibe of it. And it's wildly successful. I think the fourth one,
The one with
the third
Justin,
one,
the one with when Justin Timberlake's in, and then I think that's the third one. It's That's
The
not
third
my-
was the worst,
second
I
one
think.
is, to your point, is by far that sophomore album when they're talking about how much they hate being rich, right? So
I think they have more money too.
yeah, they've got some, I'd say that was one of the first period pieces, and I say that loosely. Because, well, it's not.
Shrek is a period piece.
In medieval times.
Listen.
This is a Pinkerton quote, man. Shrek, a period piece.
You've got Pride and Prejudice, and you've got Shrek. They're both period pieces.
Side by side.
But saying that to say, let me rephrase it. Something set in olden times
Yes,
that
yes.
uses modern music.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because they use like Barracuda from Heart and several other, popular songs.
And references.
And let's not
Sebastian-
forget about Hey Now, you're an all-star.
Do you think it would have been better if Chris Farley was alive and did it?
I don't think so.
You don't-
I mean, looking at it objectively now.
Just imagine he just didn't die and he just kept doing these movies.
Yeah, Mike Myers made it his own. But Chris Farley is a talented dude, man.
Who knows? Who knows, Joe?
I can't call it. So my number 4 is Transformers.
Okay.
For pretty much the exact same reason that you said. I put it above Turtles because I do like the franchise better than Turtles overall, even though I think it has far less quality media associated with it. Turtles has pretty good media attached to it overall. Not that it doesn't have some bombs. It does.
Sure. I mean, they've got such a broad, Turtles has such a broad swath of audience they're trying to reach. I mean, they had an Archie comic series and a Mirage comic series at the same time. Those obviously weren't for the same people. Although some of us read all of them.
The best of Transformers, the movie aside, the 86 movie aside, the best of Transformers doesn't compare to the best of Turtles, but there's more good in Transformers just because there's a broader cast of characters for me. Number 3.
I mean, you know what? Ray Fillet is a great character.
He's up there for me for sure. I mean, it rhymes.
Exactly.
They're both verbs.
Wait. The Aliens franchise. Again, it's
Another
very
one.
similar to Terminator. They're still making more, I'm sure. And they do different things with it over time with different people. And
Another
still
one where the
well-received.
second one's better than the first.
Yes. And it's still
the
theater
surface.
release. 30,
On the surface.
30, 40 years later, it's still getting theatrical releases.
Another thing, it's just like Terminator and just like Empire and Godfather 2, like that second one, the reason what makes it great is they explain how the universe works and do a good job. Number 3.
Unbelievably, Joe. My number 3 is the Aliens franchise.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Always a
So many.
crossovers.
But, as an adult, watching Alien, I think comes across so much better because it's kind of the story of the times of, in the 70s, and it's about, what about our shares and the whole gripe that the mechanics have about how they're not getting paid as much as everybody else. And, that's chestburster scene, like, that is genuine. They did not know what was going to happen. The one blonde-headed woman who gets blood splatter all over and just looks like completely hard. That's legit terror on her face.
What's weird about that for me is I saw the scene in Spaceballs that like parodies that before I saw Alien.
Oh, before that?
Yeah, so
Wow.
I saw.
funny.
So I remember asking my dad, like, "What in the hell is all this dancing?"
Hello, my baby.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime. Yeah. Like I was like, "What is this all about?" And he was like, "It's based on this movie Alien, but you're not ready to see. But let me see the second one."
Gotcha.
My number 3 is DC, just in general.
DC movie universe. Well, at least they have a lot more announced. It seems like they're putting back together.
Yeah, well, the Snyderverse, the Nolanverse, the '89 Batman, the Christopher Reeve Superman,
the whole
all
thing.
of the animated movies, like
He
just
celebrates
DC.
the whole catalog, just like Michael Bolton.
Just DC as a franchise. I mean, it's just wildly successful with marketing and production and merchandise for every little thing that you could possibly imagine, mixed along with a huge history, cultural impact. 2 of the most widely known symbols in the earth, multi-leveled, multifaceted, multi-tiered, money-making franchise.
Fair enough. And then they have Shazam.
Fury of the Gods.
Bed
That might
sheets and stuff.
be a bloody fury of the audience soon, Joseph.
Might be.
What do you have for number 2?
I have the Fast franchise because
I quit.
I don't actually watch them.
Uh-huh.
But I have to respect that there's movie number 10 coming out of this wild car, street racing, crime.
I'm sure that's gonna be his number 1.
Space-going movies that really think by 4 would have been going to direct to DVD or VHS or Blu-ray, whatever the
Right.
streaming, straight to streaming, direct to streaming.
Yeah.
But it's still getting a theatrical release, and
Tubi.
people are excited about it.
people.
Yeah.
So I give it a number 2. It's movie number 10 coming out. Respect.
Respect.
No respect.
See, like I give credit where credit's due. I don't even
Thank
partake.
you. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
number 2.
Tuna No Crust, you'll never guess, Joe. My number 2 is the Fast franchise.
Is it really?
Bro, we
And-
had Bro Fest,
and
and now like
My guess was number 1.
Honestly, part of it is a gag, but the lore, Bobby, is just so deep. And it spans so much. And listen, much like a comic book movie, no one ever dies.
Yeah.
No one ever dies in these.
even when they die in real life, they don't die in the movies.
Well,
apparently?
I mean, no, wait, Paul Walker's character
I know, that's
is
what I'm
not
saying.
dead in the franchise.
So my number 2 following the DC is the Marvel. And for the same exact reasons. And 10 years ago, I probably would have put DC over Marvel, but just the way that Marvel's been able to like normalize obscurity.
I think even 10 years ago, Marvel was killing it.
I mean, I'm not saying that Marvel wasn't killing it then,
'Cause, like,
but the
that-
Iron Man
Iron
one
Man's
started
already
in
out.
2010.
Yeah, they had just gotten rolling.
You know,
They
we're
weren't-
on the heels of the Dark Knight in that era.
Okay,
I would have been like, hell no.
Right.
You know, but like 10 years later, look what they've done.
Yes.
You know, and I think that it has to be, you know, the tip of the hat. And it's, once again, multifaceted, the Netflix stuff, the Fox stuff, the, you know, whether it's a success or a failure, it still makes it Disney Plus. It still makes it, you know, in the public consciousness, it still creates a successful franchise. And from almost going to bankruptcy.
Everyone knows all these characters on these movies.
Yeah,
Everybody
to
watches
include
them.
Rocket the Raccoon, which I would have never believed had you told me that 10 years ago.
Yes,
That's fair.
Like when they announced Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
They're gonna make a movie about this?
Yeah.
Oh, same.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right.
I mean, again,
For number
credit's
1.
due. Yep. Number
pam,
one's
pam,
Marvel,
pam.
and they
Yeah.
have a cohesive universe.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah. Yeah, they've done a good job.
So I specifically did not pick Marvel, DC, or Star Wars just because
Too easy.
it was too easy.
Yeah, no, I don't
I'm
think you're wrong.
surprised Star Wars didn't show up.
Well, we're not done yet, so. But my number 1 is the John Wick franchise. 4th movie comes out this year. Bobby's looking at me through this mask like, what's wrong with you?
Just
I
daggers.
mean, I think I like John Wick. I love John Wick. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not sure if this is the greatest franchise of all time.
yeah, I don't think it deserves to be ahead of Fast and Furious. And you know how I feel about that.
So clip it.
Just I
That's
think
fair.
Fast and the Furious is more like their soundtracks are successful.
Sure.
There's a culture. It cuts a wider swath, but that's fine. And my number 1 is Star Wars. Even though I have tons of issues with it now, and I think that they've completely gone the wrong route. And we're going to talk about it a bit today with the mid-DeLorean. I don't have much faith in the franchise anymore, but Star Wars is like the one thing that's kind of okay for everybody to like. Even today, you know, with the amount of kids you see going in with like Kylo Ren on t-shirts and, you know, whatever the case may be, whatever the kind of flagship character is at the moment, Baby Yoda now, for instance, you know, nobody skips a beat because it's as much a part of life as American life as like Levi's or a grocery store, or, you know what I mean? It just seems like it's part of the fabric. I do want to read off my 5 objective because I was like, man, like this is very much just what I love. My 5 objective was number 5 was Marvel. Number 4 was Harry Potter. Number 3 was Star Wars. Number 2 is Disney as a whole, and number 1 was Pokemon.
Well, yeah, Pokemon is.
You know,
They
and,
have movies.
yeah.
Not live action. Oh, they do have a live action. Detective Pikachu.
yeah,
They sure do.
yeah. I haven't seen that, and I would like to.
We can all sit down and watch it one day.
All right. Once again, if you like conversations like this and would like to see more of it, please feel free to check out Nerd Rage Radio. It's hosted on all of your favorite podcast hosting sites. And if you want more of Chris Pickerton, tell them where they can find you.
Oh, Bobby loves this. We're going to do it wide this time. Crashbox Customs all across the fruited plain. And I'll let go of it so you can pull it together.
Oh, perfect. And Joseph?
The Sad Dolphin. Is I am Cyphus54 everywhere.
Yeah. And please feel free to leave your top 5 in the comments. And if I disagree with them, then I will invalidate it as a valid opinion. And I think that should do it. Otherwise, we're getting ready to record Nerd Rage. So we'll see you next time. And with that,
Flappy lips.
Tasty toenails.
tight trash, player.